Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you're a subscriber. My name's Neil, and it is time for the final episode of Season 1 of True Detective. I'm excited. I don't know what's going to happen, and it's rare that I find a show where I just don't know what's going to happen. This show constantly surprises me, perverting my expectations, going in directions I wasn't anticipating, and yet it doesn't feel disingenuous. It feels very real. It feels authentic and honest, even though everybody lies. Maybe that's the most honest thing about this show, is everybody tells small lies, big lies, hides secrets, protects other people with white lies and bending the truth. And it's just it feels like such an authentic portrait of real people, even though it's a work of fiction. And well-crafted fiction can be capital T true in a way that often real life can't, which is one of its special gifts. So I'm not even going to bother trying to figure out what's going to happen in this final episode. I'm just going to sit down, watch, and enjoy, because I've loved every episode of this show so far. I know I'm going to love the last episode of the season here and see the conclusion of Marty and Rust's story. But beyond that, I don't know what to expect, and I really love that, because I'm usually pretty good at predicting where a story's going, and I right now have no clue. So, without further ado, let's just watch it. This is episode 8 of season 1 of True Detective, and it's called Form and Void. Oh, where are we now?
Them flies are getting thick.
Those drawings are familiar.
Somebody ought to give you a good hosing. Heat ain't helping.
Oh dear. Is this the
Well, reckon you'll keep
lawnmower?
another day. Be good, I'll bring you some more water around noon.
Oh. Was that women's names just painted on the walls? Just names and names and names? Oh, man. I mean, I know this just kind of plays into every single stereotype of hillbilly redneck, but... Oh. Creepy creep.
It was a show I was looking forward to. And I get, well, kind of unreasonable about things like that.
With such expert play acting, you make this very room a theater.
Top notch. What? Constitutional. It's been
What
weeks
on earth?
since I left my mark. Would that they had eyes to see.
What insanity
Sorry,
is this
Jack.
household? And is this guy?
You want to make flowers today?
I have very important work to do. My ascension removes me from the disc and the loop.
Makes me sad is all.
Come up with me, lap lass, here, and let me comfort you in your distress. Couldn't you tell me about Grandpa?
I was in the cane fields, and it caught me when I was alone.
Oh man, it's just so creepy and dirty and wrong, and I'm not even pretending to try and understand it all, but
You can listen to
Creepy,
your cat
cringy.
ask you again. Take it out of the bag and put it in the machine.
I'm gonna make him watch.
Don't look at me. Look at the TV.
That's Marie Fontenot, isn't it?
Why are you showing me this?
It's so good that they don't show us anything and they leave it all up to our imagination, because it can be so much worse.
And when I went back to follow up on it, the file said, report made an error. I never wrote that. The sheriff, Ted Childress, he did it. I just follow what the big man says. Nobody said a word. Later that year, I was in state CID on Ted's recommendation.
I don't think he's lying.
Well,
As far as he knows.
anyone would know Rust. When I envisioned scarring in the lower half of his face, I pictured a lot more than what's there. But this is clearly our guy. I just can't figure him at all. And was he the same guy that was at the lawnmower when Rust and Marty found him in 95?
First off, we found this tape in your possession. Second off, all findings are with lawyers ready to be forwarded to media outlets, feds, U.S. attorneys. Should either one of us get sworn a warrant or either one of us just fall off the face of the fucking earth. So just think about that little girl, Steve. Hey, one other thing, Steve. Got an old sniper pal. Me or Marty, we see cuffs or coffins, you're gonna end up in the dirt.
Your psycho bit don't curb me, boy.
Maybe it does now. Oh, awesome. Man.
This old Sheriff Childress, he's got no kids, no location on any of his relatives. You think they could have wiped out birth records?
I don't see why not.
We're gonna have to be looking at these records with fresh eyes, Marty. All right, like we're totally green.
What's he thinking?
Why green ears?
Why green ears?
Oh, what you thinking?
Looking for 95 door-length canvassing photos.
What do you remember, Marty?
Does that look like a fresh paint job to you?
Green ears.
Yeah. Maybe they were sticking out his hat. Maybe he painted that house.
I like that Russ doesn't come up with every clue. Like, Marty pulls his weight.
We went at it. Day you quit. Were you holding back? You think you could have put me down?
I don't know. Hell, I'd have had to kill you. You're so goddamn mad.
You know, when she told me, she said not to blame you, that wasn't your choice.
Everybody's got a choice, Marty. Shit, I sure blamed you.
Blame me for what?
For just being a lying sack of shit. And yet she still cares about you.
So what's special about this house? Because it doesn't look like our lawnmower man lives here.
You remember back in the winter of 94, 95, did you get your house painted?
And one of the men, the younger one, he had scarring along the bottom of his face.
Husband took the write-off December 94. $265 paid by Butch Hill to Childress and Son Maintenance.
Childress and Son.
It looks like they did maintenance for a lot of schools, playgrounds, cemeteries. William Lee Childress, born to Lisbeth Childress, 1944, Erath.
2 national papers, 2 to local papers, 2 to national channels. It's the whole story. 24 hours passes and I don't stop you. Mail them all out. Then lay low a while.
I love how much of a character he is, and he's never said a word.
Why'd you call me? Why not my partner?
You I can read, him I can't.
What have you two been doing? But I know you've been pulling case files all over South Louisiana.
Do you know about Sam Tuttle? All the branches of the family, devil worship, child sacrifices.
You know something, you're obstructing.
We don't know. Time comes, we get something, do you want the call or you want it to go to someone else?
Give it to me.
Just make sure you come right.
Man, they are covering all their bases. They don't know if they're going to survive this.
Aluminum. Ash. I've tasted it before.
Was this his synesthesis?
Call Papania.
Shit, can't get a signal.
I'm gonna ask to use the phone. This is the place.
Oh, pardon me, ma'am. Cell phone is getting no service out here. Is there any way that I could use your phone? Where's Billy Childress?
Old Bill?
Yeah.
He's in this house, miss. I think you should go now.
Where is he?
All around us. Before you were born and after you die.
Where's the dog going?
Marty, clear the house.
What just happened? What is happening? Oh, man, he's just out in the open. So
Come
weird.
On your knees now.
No.
Oh man, I don't want to see whatever's going on. Whenever you hear that much in the way of flies, you just know it's terrible. And all the air fresheners, it's like from 7.
He's gonna come for you. He's worse than anybody.
Come with me, little man. Come in here with me.
Oh jeez. Who's the guy in the house? Cause is this Grandpa? Is he the original Yellow King? Oh man. Oh man, it's creepy intense.
Come on inside, little priest.
What an interesting frame. It's all about the top of his head. They wanted to maintain the top of the arch. Make him feel small. What is this place? What a fascinating location. It's like an old fort or something almost. Totally overgrown.
To your right, little priest. This is glucose.
Phew, jeez.
You blessed Reggie. The wall. Witnesses to my journey.
It's like corpses and mummies.
Come die with me, little priest.
Russ does want to die. I got a funny feeling he isn't going to walk away from this. I have a feeling he'll die happy if he can take the Yellow King with him.
Rust!
Man, this is nightmare fuel. Oh, man. It's just a hive. Crazy. This place. What did it used to be? Oh, now he's getting visions? Oh, jeez.
Take off your mask.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, Rust isn't gonna survive. But Marty can redeem himself. Jeez, he's just been gutted. Whoa. Did he just hit him with a throwing axe? Jesus. Oh, man. Rust isn't dead. Rust isn't dead, but oh my god. Headshot. Man, are either of these guys gonna live? They are in bad shape.
It ain't bad.
It ain't bad, Jesus.
It ain't bad.
Give me a forward team in the house.
Yeah, Rust isn't gonna make it. Alright, at least Marty looks like he's gonna make it. I feel like Rust finally got some closure, so I'm okay with him.
We still cataloging everything. But knife casts came back from that shed. One of them matched our Lake Charles case. Another matched Dorlane's wounds. Look, man, we owe you on this collar.
How's Rust?
Hasn't woke up. Been in a coma since surgery.
He's not dead.
They came by. You first got here.
We get to see the daughters.
So good to see you. Didn't expect you.
How are you?
Good. I'm fine. I'll be fine. I mean, I am fine.
Oh man. That was awesome right there, that moment. He's alive. Rust made it. Can you live easy now, Rust? Can you live easy?
I saw him, Marty. He was mowing that schoolyard in Pelican Island, 95.
Yep.
That's what's bugging you.
Tuttle's committing the video. We didn't get them all.
Yeah, and we ain't gonna get them all. That ain't what kind of world it is, but we got ours.
Yep.
Don't ever change, man.
It's terrible together at everything except the police work, where they're awesome together. And just sort of revisiting all the spots. That tree. I mean, it feels like the opening to a Bruckheimer movie almost, you know? The one where the lightning hits. But so much darker than anything Bruckheimer's ever done.
Brought you something.
Are we getting engaged?
We were getting engaged, I got a nicer ribbon.
What was it? Nice.
You remember? I shouldn't even fucking be here, Marty. There was a moment when I was under in the darkness, something. Whatever I'd been reduced to was a vague awareness in the dark. I could feel my definitions fading. And beneath that darkness, there was another kind. It was deeper, warm.
The void. But you didn't go.
It was like I was a part of everything that I ever loved. And all I had to do was let go. And I did.
He was ready for it.
And I disappeared. And I woke up.
Yeah, I used to lay there and look up. Yeah, at the stars.
I like that this is playing over sirens. Like the world is still the real world.
It's just one story. The oldest. Light versus dark.
Appears to me that the dark has a lot more territory.
You're right about that. You're looking at her wrong. And
how's that?
once there was only dark.
Mm.
Yes, any lights winning.
Interesting that it's just fade to black with music, but no credits, and for a nice wait there. Well, that was just really satisfying. That was everything you need in a TV show. Really nicely tied up. It felt like a victory without being an unrealistic victory. You know, they didn't get everyone. They didn't get the governor's family. There's still a ton of evil in the world, and we're reminded of that as the sirens play during their final dialogue. But they got the bad guy. They got the Yellow King. Maybe fewer women and children are going to go missing in the bayous now, and they're going back to work. And we can imagine that they are two shining stars in the sea of black. And I don't have too much more to say. It's just, like I said at the beginning, I can't think of a real flaw in this show. It's just really well executed in every facet. And it was entertaining, incredibly thought-provoking. The performances by McConaughey and Harrelson, I don't know if they won awards, but I'm sure they were nominated, and I hope they won awards the year this came out, because entirely deserved. And incredibly well written, very taut, complete. I don't feel like there was a single loose thread or misstep in the plotting. So yeah, bravo, True Detective. Like, one of the things that you have to realize when you're a viewer is how many people work on a TV show, and how many people's real artistic vision and expertise has a real say in the final product. It is not just a handful of people that can determine whether a show is a hit or a miss. And I'm going far beyond directors and actors and even people like the cinematographer and the production designer. I'm talking about hair and makeup, the stunts teams, the assistant directors, the lighting team, the grips, the transportation department, and the locations teams have real contributions that most people don't consider when they're watching a show, but certainly make a difference on screen. Again, yeah, it's just rare where you find a show where there isn't an obvious weak link. And all I'm going to do at this point is sit back and applaud to a really well-executed season of television. I am torn about whether I will continue with True Detective or not to do season 2 and season 3. I think at some point I will revisit them, but I don't think I'm going to jump right into them now. I think because it's an anthology series, like a Fargo, like an American Horror Story, I don't feel obligated to carry on into season 2 because Rust and Marty aren't going to be there. I don't even know if it's in Louisiana. It could be in an entirely different part of the US. So it's, in a sense, it's season 2 in name only. So I will come around to it eventually, but I'm going to mix it up a little. I'm honestly not sure what I'm going to put in this time slot next, but stay tuned for next Wednesday and you'll find out. Until then, take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.